Hello everyone, Sunson.2, welcome to another Forge install tutorial. So, well, this is going to be 1.16.4, it should work for pretty much any version. I guess the only thing to really say is the fact that from 1.13 up, certain things can change, but if you're doing this 1.12 and before, it would be exactly the same. It's just that there might be a bit of something to consider, like I think maybe Mercurius or something, which is like a sort of data type of mod thing put in with the installer. But other than that, every version, no matter how far back you go, all mods that are for Forge, all installed exactly the same way. So yeah, we'll just get the installer here, which will just go in new tab, shouldn't really matter. And then in my case it'll just appear because it's sort of just blocking the ad in a way, but obviously usually you just hit the skip button. Other times maybe it might not just be the ad blocker and it'll just give it to you. So I've already got this, but if you need to get it, definitely do that. Now, where are we? So document, downloads. So we've got our Forge installer here. And we'll just do that, and it'll come up with a log, which is fine. We've got our location we want to send it to, and we just want to install a client. If you want to do server, you can. If you want to extract it and do other things, you can. But specifically for this one, you want to go install client. Just go OK. It'll download a bunch of things that it needs to sort of prepare, and then yeah, so it'll go to a certain place, specifically to the versions folder. So you can see here in this image, it'll pretty much just appear here. So I've got a 1.16.2, got a 1.16.3, and obviously a bunch of other mod loaders and different versions and snapshots and everything like that, or Optifine even. So it'll pretty much go to here. So yeah, that'll do its thing for the most parts. So yeah, just sort of wait this out, just building processes, doing its finalization, and then it'll eventually be in there. So yeah, cool. Alright, so now that's done, we don't technically need this or this anymore, we can just completely skip them, and we'll then from there not really need the website, so we'll go to our mods. So I'm just going to be using two in particular for this, just to demonstrate. JEI for just viewing recipes, tuning things in, finding out what recipes are for what blocks and such. There's that. And I'll just be using also voxel map just as a minimap mod, just to sort of have something else in there. I would have gone with a block related one, but I was like, I'll just go with something a bit simpler, and not everybody uses blocks. So yeah, some people just want the sort of you know, extra vanilla experience or something helpful to mods. So yeah, what I'm gonna want to do is pretty much, as you can see here, I've just got my mods folder sort of in this image, and yeah, besides that though, Forge should be set up here, so we'll just reload the launcher. So we'll just do that, and we should see the Forge profile, which seems to be predeterminable, maybe. That might be why I didn't have a 1.16.4 Forge anywhere. Okay, here we go. That might have been something else where it was trying to press. I don't know. Okay, maybe that might have been it and it was just trying to process. No? Okay, so I don't know what that one is. I always forget when it does that one. It's been a while. But yeah, so we'll get our profile. Sometimes it'll give you a new one. Other times, obviously, you may need to select it under installations, add new, go to here, which for many of these it'll be here. For 1.12 if you're doing it, it'll be pretty much down below here like this 1.7.10 is. So yeah, keep that in mind, but for 1.13 plus versions it'll be where it should be among the listings, of course. So that's fine, then just name it whatever you want. So I've got that set up, which is cool, so we can launch that when we're ready. Otherwise, of course, I've got mods in the mods folder already, which is fine. If you want to know a way to actually get to that, I'm just going to use my existing setup that I already got for another launcher, Multi-MC. And pretty much what you can do is just go Options, and go Resource Packs, then go Open Pack Folder. And then from there, you'll be in the Resource Packs folder. You go to .minecraft, and you go to Mods, and then you put your mods in there. Obviously, I don't have the exact same mods in here. I've got JEI and a few others, but still the same location. pretty much, regardless of launcher. If you've got a .minecraft there, you know that it's correct. You just put your mods in the mods folder. If there is no mods folder, just create one simply titled mods with no capitals, and then put your mods in there. When it comes to, say, multiple mod loaders though, like you can see in this image here, I've got a few fabric and rift and everything else. Pretty much, I'd say just separate your stuff accordingly. When it comes to like 1.12 and prior, it'll have it where you can load them in this folder, but from 1.13 onwards versions of Forge, that's completely removed. So you can't have mods loaded inside their own version-specific folders, unfortunately, anymore, which is sad. But if you're using 1.12 and prior, no problem. Using 1.13 and higher, you have to put them in the mods folder. You can't put them in a deeper one than that, unfortunately. Otherwise, though, to get to your mods folder, of course, you'll probably see something maybe like this as your .minecraft, where you've got your, your saves and your mods and your configs and everything like that. So if you see something like this is probably what you're going to see, compared to the .fabric and Optifine and all that other stuff. It'll just be like assets, bin, and a few other common ones. Say if you're setting up Minecraft for the first time, or you've used it prior or something, just updating, ensure. But yeah, that's pretty much what you'd expect compared to the multi-MC sort of way I went with there. So yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way to approach it. But yeah, so now we'll launch, and we'll see what happens with launching and using GEI and voxel map. Now, any mods will be able to work. You're just installing Forge, which is your modding layer, and then from there you just put any mod in and it'll be perfectly fine. Sometimes you can come across conflicts, and there may be crash reports. I'm just going to go to my multi-MC instance here. You see a crash reports thing here, and that'll happen sometimes, say, and that a mod just goes, nope, I can't do that. So it's best to report these to someone who can read them, say on a forum, or to, say, the mod creators' Curse Forge page, for example. If you come across some comments, you could go, hey, I don't understand in that. Why this is crashing, can I have help? And then someone can obviously assist in that way. But for the most part, yeah, I'd say be aware of crashes, because sometimes it can happen where some mods don't work together. They do conflict because of some specific cause, like say it doesn't render something correctly, or you walked into a biome or something and it just doesn't work, or I don't know, there's a multitude of different reasons why, or recipe conflicts or some other type of thing, who knows. Actually that one not so much, but either way. But that's pretty much it. Once you've got your mods, you've got Forge set up for whatever version, then yeah, you should be perfectly fine after you've got it set up on the launcher. And this is just doing its preparation process of going, it's like, okay, I'm starting up, I'm recognizing the game itself and what mods are needed to be loaded, and then you got your loading screen showing and that it's doing all the necessary Minecraft prep as well as the mod preparations. So that'll be fine. And then from there, you'll be pretty much good to go. So, yeah, so you can see 4 mods loaded. If we go to mods here, you can see GEI, you can see voxel map, you can see the game itself, and you can see Forge. So, yeah, so that's already fine. So there's that, and then we can just go into a new world if we need to, but I've already got like a ton of worlds, so I don't really need to create one. Actually, no, I do, to demonstrate the stuff. Don't know why I didn't think that. To actually see what GEI and voxel map are like in game, and then it actually set them up correctly. Because just loading it to the title screen doesn't show anything. It just shows it set up Forge correctly and loaded the mods, but sometimes there could be conflicts in the world. I should know this from making mod packs. I really should know. But anyways, we'll just wait for this to do its thing, which shouldn't take too long, hopefully, from now. After the 100% mark. Cool, so we've got our message letting us know that voxel map's installed, telling us how to use it. I already know how, so that's fine. It is a bit laggy because it's still loading the world, I assume, so that is fine. And yeah, so we've got our world map just done its thing. We can access our waypoints to create new ones, like spawn. We'll change whatever we want there. We have in our inventory, we've got GEI. We can cheat in things if we want to, or find out the recipe. I guess planks or something, and so on. So yeah, pretty much it. You now can start using mods, and obviously just close it down, and then from there just keep adding more and more and more mods, or obviously sorting out situations where it just conflicts for whatever reason. But yeah, that's basically it. That is how you apply Forge and can add mods to the mods folder. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.